Black Friday is over. The Pokemon era has begun. It's back. We got some big news coming out December 4th. Stick around for that. Check out our socials. Everything's gonna. How do I not spoil it? It's gonna look better. I'll put it that way. It's gonna look better.
Just imagine a blimp, the Super Bowl, uh, Cardi B. She'll be there. People like her, right?
Dude, who was it what happened that one Super Bowl where the girls like nipple thing like was ripped off and
Oh, oh who's that? Janet Jackson and Justin Timberlake
yeah,
or
yeah.
something?
Imagine that, but like the opposite,
Both,
where
but both.
yeah, actually, but both. Um, so yeah, stick around. It's gonna be really cool. A lot of things are changing and improving, so we're excited about it. It's gonna be quite the good time. Just a recap though. Pokemon Brilliant Diamond came out. We didn't really talk about it. I didn't get it because I like playing competitive Pokemon. But Derek, what do you got? What do you think of it?
It's the same game. Uh,
They did it.
People, uh, for as much as everybody complained about it, I see a lot of people playing it online. So, all these people are like, I don't want this, but then end up buying it anyway. It's literally the same exact game with like some great quality of life updates. So, uh, I have no complaints so far. People are making a competitive scene for it, by the way. I don't know if you've seen,
How?
like, so they make the like rooms because it's all like that room based
Right.
online interaction, and they'll just like host like a little tournament there. So like people will send out invites through like the Switch online, and they just battle, and that's it.
Really? Huh.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
they're like making competitive teams
but do
and
they
just
have?
doing it
But
that way.
do you know if it's like legendaries are allowed and whatnot? Because I can't stand that.
I mean, you could just set whatever you want. It's basically you're hosting the tournament yourself, so you could
Ah.
just like if you send out six of your friends, just be like, all right, no legendaries.
Yeah, but I mean that's 60 your friends though. Like if you're gonna have a
Right.
tournament, it'd be
There's
random
still no
people
ranking system or anything, so it's just like
for
it's for
fun
the
to use.
fun, yeah,
Right? No, I
which
get
isn't
that.
fun. I play
Right.
right to make people cry.
Right. I there's two things that I'm like that are kind of putting me away from it. One, you can't involve Gligar until post game. That's a huge red flag. Like
I've seen
that
so many people's Hall of Fame teams with just Gligar,
Gligar.
not
That's
Gliscor, and I'm just like, oh, these poor guys.
that like that has to be an oversight. That to me that just doesn't make any sense. Like why would you?
I
I
think
like
it's for like the crazy end game. So because the whole real end game is to go through and battle the Elite Four again. Because
oh
that's when
really?
like Cynthia's teams like all level 80s to 90s. And that's like the real challenge. Like I think when you first fight her, they're like 50s to 60s. So
Huh? I was not aware of that. Also, I don't like legendaries in any online or in any battles. I just don't. Although I've been watching this guy who's been shiny hunting Rayquaza, and he's on like his 3,000 reset.
oh yeah.
That's like
Yeah,
that's
people are
that.
going crazy with the shining hunting this game.
Well, that's I mean I think that's like the only way to really shiny hunt legendaries, right? I mean I know in Sword and Shield you could do the raids, but
Yeah,
which is probably
this
more
one
fun.
you just have to sit there. It's back to resetting the game and then hoping you have luck.
Yeah, I love
Yeah,
reset.
that's what we
Yeah,
wanted.
yeah, everyone will reset. So, I mean, I can see why. Okay, actually, I can't see everyone's complaints. I think that you just can't please the Pokemon fan base. I think
Oh no.
they want some
Or
like some revolutionary new system, and I think that's what they're trying to do with Arceus. But we
like
don't
nobody
know,
sees it for some reason. They look at
right?
Arceus and they're like, "Oh, this is stupid." It's like, "No, it's new. It's what you guys wanted, right?"
No. Which
No.
reminds me, do you think Sword and Shield was like the last traditional Pokemon game? Like for example, because like so Arceus looks like the wild land, the wild area, but just like infinite.
I
And
think
Sword
it
and Shield was like the in between. It feels like now.
right. I think it all depends on how Arceus really does. If it flops, we're getting like Sword and Shield 2 next year.
I don't. I don't think we're gonna get any more sequels ever again.
No.
Like I just don't like now that it's on the Switch and it's $60. I don't. I think even Nintendo would realize like no one's gonna buy a direct sequel a year later for $60.
I just want the third game in the series, or Pokemon Bazooka. Yeah,
I just want
the sword and the shield.
I I just want Pokemon Z. That was
Oh yeah,
you know, I was like tossing and turning last night, 'cause in my head I'm like, what is my favorite generation? Or like, what's my favorite one to play? And I think I landed uh on Sun and Moon. I don't know why. I just loved it. Like I mean, granted, I didn't like that the megas weren't in there,
right.
which is like X and Y. I actually it's a hard tie. I like Sun and Moon more just for the like like the battle tower system in it, and I thought the Z moves were interesting, but I just mostly like just the Alola region in and itself. I thought
Yeah,
the
it was just like fun to go through.
right. It was fun. I mean, it was like super hold your handy, but it was still fun to go through. And it like kind of implemented raids. And X and Y had Mega Evolution, which is like my favorite Pokemon mechanic ever.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, that's just an unpopular opinion. Also, here's another unpopular opinion that is apparently unpopular. I think Gen 5 is the worst. I just do. That's just I will never move on that. I will never.
Everybody loves Gen 5 now, even though nobody liked it ever, right? Gen 5, right? So Gen 5 was that like awkward couple of years, like we were in high school and it came out, and it was like dumb to still play Pokemon at the time, but like, you know, everybody still did, kind of like in secret, hiding in the basement or whatever. Like, Gen 5 like has a really good story. I just hate like all of the Pokemon from it.
That's exactly it. Yeah.
It was like a really bad rehash of Gen 1.
Right. And then Alola did, I think, like a great rehash of Gen 1.
They did it so good.
Perfect.
They learned their mistake. Oh well, they actually didn't, because then they released a sequel to it that did like nothing. So just like they did with Black and White.
The giant tiger Pokemon and the giant bat got psychic armor, so you know that's
oh right
that's something. Plus, I mean,
literally the same thing as Black and White too, though. Didn't Kyurem just like get the armor of each of them?
Actually, that's a fusion. That's a fusion.
Oh right, they did the Dragon Ball Z fusion dance.
Everyone's like, we want Pokemon fusion. They're like, okay, you got it. And like, no, wait, take it back.
We were kidding. Please,
please stop. Please don't. Like, yeah, I thought that was ridiculous. I thought allowing those in competitive was ridiculous. And with Gen 5, the story was probably one of the more interesting ones, but it was like the pivotal moment where it just seemed like they just ran out of ideas. Like Vanillux, Gear 1.
The Pokemon designs were all bad. The DS was like terrible hardware for that game. It would literally run in 12 frames.
The DS is like
like overheating, ready to explode.
Right. Like that needed a 3DS. Like just
right.
Like yeah, that alone needed 3DS, but I didn't like the legendaries at all. I thought they were all terrible. Like they were just miserable. And I mean, Victini was interesting. It's like a legendary Pikachu, realistically. Just was, you know, with Psychic. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's Thunder Fire. But wait, it's Electric Fire, right? Or is it?
It's definitely Fire.
Yeah, right.
I can't think of what the other.
I want to say it's Electric Fire, but yeah. The point is, the only thing that come good out of Gen 5 was Volcarona. Oh, I'm sorry, and Hydreigon.
Oh yeah.
Those two. They made it really fun, but it's like
the dogs were terrible.
Right, the dogs were terrible.
Teriyaki sauce and Verizon Wireless and like stupid names. Reshiram and Zekrom are like cool to look at, but they're like useless. Like they do nothing.
Right, they didn't do anything until you fused them with Kyurem. Yeah. I hated like the spirits, like the three like Mew lookalikes. I was like, what is this? What's the point of this?
Yeah.
And then like I grew into it, but I actually love Samurot's like design. But Pignite and Emboar was like the most popular one. Superior was just terrible.
Oh, just
like
garbage design, garbage Pokemon.
Like the worst generation for starters. So I know we kind of went on a weird Pokemon rant, but
they need to hear this.
right. So and with Brilliant Diamond, like I was tempted to buy it just to do like mono teams for fun,
Right.
but it's like, what do you do after like you can't put into Legend RCS Legends because they locked it out for like a few months, right?
I don't. Yeah, I don't think the home support will be there until after Arceus comes out.
But then at that point, I don't understand what I'm like, like even if you transfer it into Arceus, what's the point? Just for the Pokedex? Like,
There
and I'll
there is no point because like
right.
it there's no online really. Like you're not
I don't
doing
think it's at
ranked or
all.
anything.
Right.
So
Yeah.
like and Arceus, if it doesn't have any online, there's no point. So
Yeah. I'm and Nintendo announced that, like, even with Brilliant Diamond, like Sword and Shield is still going to be the place for competitive Pokemon battles. So it's like, how long can they go with the competitive Pokemon scene if even the next big Pokemon title doesn't have online, unless they're trying to
yeah.
differentiate with like one entirely solo experience and then the other is just online. They should just buy what do you know what the virtual battle is called? The
Oh,
Showdown, Pokemon Showdown.
Showdown. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
it's perfect. That's what they need. Copyright strike them and then make your own. Come on, Nintendo.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know how
kind of
to do
surprised why
that.
they. Well, yeah, I'm surprised they haven't done that already. But I guess more to my point is that, like, I I like training my Pokemon, and that's what makes it fun to play with. But like with Smog, and
Right.
you just instantly set it. Like there's nothing to
Right.
it.
There's no fun other than actually
I mean, no,
battling.
no. The fun part is just making YouTube videos where you pretend the other person like baited you, and then you roll them
And
with
then
like a
you win.
Magikarp. Yeah, like, God, I hate those clickbait videos. Like, he called me trash, so I used Garbodor. like, like what? Like, whoa! What a monster over here. So, anyway, that's our intro topic. I like
Yeah.
those. We should do this more often. So back now, don't worry, into the news. This is, I guess we'll start kind of big. I was surprised by this. So the best selling console of Black Friday was the Xbox Series S.
I truly, wholeheartedly believe it's just because there was more of them.
Yeah, see, that's yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like,
Because
I would
I saw
imagine they were
them
able to
in
stock more.
Walmart. Yeah, they were like actually in Walmarts and stuff too. So there had to have been a ton of them out there. And people are just like settling, which is the sad part.
It, well, I mean, like, see, I understand the appeal because it does go up to basically 2K gaming, more or
Right.
less. However, the 512 SSD is abysmal
Yeah.
for digital. What they should have done was made it more than the Xbox Series X and put it like at 1.5
Yeah.
terabytes.
Oh yeah.
Because like I mean, I actually have it up right now, but um I have like 6 games downloaded on my internal, and that basically takes up the entirety of my internal,
Yeah.
because
Oh yeah.
because
Games
big
are way
games are
too
like,
big now.
right. So like, I mean, I understand like 1 terabyte, like, I mean, it's a safe spot. You can get away with a lot of small games or a few big games, but like, mm, more or less, you basically at some point need to expand unless you just don't mind deleting and re-downloading. This,
Right.
on the other hand, you're gonna get like 2 or 3 games at best.
You get like Warzone on there and that's it.
I don't even know if you can like. I'm not sure if the 512 even includes the operating system, because if it doesn't,
Oh
then
no. It's probably like 480 or something.
right. So at that point, it's like, yeesh. But yeah, I mean, I saw people in the Xbox Discord. They're basically like, oh, I couldn't find a Series X, so I just got a Series S. Which, I mean, like, I feel like you're kind of setting yourself up for
Just
getting an X
hating it.
anyway. Well, not
Yeah.
even hating it. I think it'll be fine. Like, for $300, I don't think you can go wrong, assuming you have like an external hard drive.
Right.
But it's
But if you
just
want to expand like the SSD, you have to buy the Xbox one, which is like almost the price of that system.
right, right. Actually, the new 2 terabyte one is more. It's
Oh,
$400.
right.
So
Right, right.
right. So I'm glad it sold well. I'm sure Microsoft is like super happy about it. I just feel like a lot of people are gonna complain down the line. It's like, okay, now I got this 4K TV because that's basically becoming standard now,
Right.
and I can't really utilize it.
Yeah.
So where does
You're,
that leave them?
yeah. You're just gonna want to get the X Series X anyway. So I just wait and save the or spend the $200 more and just wait for your chance to get an X at that point.
Right, and I don't know, like for me, I wouldn't. If I had a PS4, for example, and then let's just say the PS5 digital was like a Series S, like kind of like a halfway in between.
Right.
I wouldn't get it because like you could still play great games on the PlayStation 4.
Yeah.
Like yeah, it's not like 2K or anything, but it's close enough for now. And then once you get the better one, or when you're able to, yeah, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is this is just settling. It's
Yeah.
kind of like
Oh yeah.
you're in school, you want to get the beautiful girl or guy, whatever you're into, and then there's that kind of like in between road where like, well, I met her at a party. She was looking at me.
She was attractive that night.
She
I
looks
was like, sure, let's keep going.
she looks at me straight most of the time. Like, her lazy eye kind of goes, but you just settle. It's like a settle console, which
Yeah.
hey, I mean, $300. I guess I guess it's worth, but still,
Right. You
yeah.
could
But
buy something worse, I guess.
right, but again, the Series X and PS5 are just so hard to get, especially because of scalpers, those
Oh, they're
terrible
so
human
bad.
beings.
I
Like,
saw
and
there was a guy that got like I think he got almost like 40 of the Mario Switches, the Black Friday bundle. And I was
mm,
just like, why? Like this is why nobody wants to go back to work because they could just do this and make just as much money. Like it's
not,
crazy.
and I wouldn't even blame fully on the scalpers. Like, retailers just don't know what they're doing when it comes to like and protecting the product. They don't have most of them don't have good anti-bot like
Right.
procedures. Steam made you put like a $5 discount just to be able to reserve a console. That's great.
Yeah.
That's
It's
good. But
genius. Yeah.
Amazon like dies the minute it puts it up. Walmart doesn't know. Walmart decided, oh, we'll fix this by putting it behind a $200 paywall, which is just like, okay, now I just spent almost $1,000 getting the Xbox Plus Walmart Plus that I don't even want in the first place.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm trying to think of. I'm not sure about Target. I mean, I got mine at Target and it was in store, so I can't really speak. Well, actually, Target sponsor us.
Yeah. Did you see what their new thing is for scalping, by the way? A little
Who's
off
they?
topic. Just the scalpers.
Oh
It
no,
was the Spider-Man No Way Home like pre-release tickets.
no way.
They're buying them up and just like reselling. They go to the like AMC because you can print your tickets out early, and they're selling them for like hundreds of dollars on eBay. It's
That's
absolutely ridiculous.
To be fair though. Like, I don't actually blame movie theater for not having like bot protection because
Right, because a movie
I mean,
theater, like right now, you could rent a whole movie theater
right,
because they're like so down right now that
right.
they'll take whatever they can get. So
Each new strand of COVID personally kicks AMC in the balls. The first
oh,
one,
did you hear the new name of COVID, by the way? Omicron.
no.
Oh, it's the Omicron variant, and all I could think of was Lur from Futurama, where the
uh,
guy's like, "I'm from Omicron, Percy. I ate."
I could see that's where it came from. I wouldn't be surprised. But wow, I can't believe I'm not. Oh my God. I feel bad for people now. I mean, it's not on demand anywhere. I'm sure. Unfortunately, people are gonna be dumb enough to buy it at $300, like for these
Oh
tickets.
yeah.
I mean, I'm starting to believe that it's gonna make more than Endgame. Like it, I'm leaning in that direction.
Oh, the hype for that movie is real. It
Right,
is crazy how much. I want to see it so bad.
right. We all do, but it's just I'm starting to just think that it's gonna somehow break the new record. And then also they announced that he's gonna do another trilogy.
Yeah, Yeah, he was worried because his like contract was up. I think we talked about it the other day, but
But yeah, we like vaguely, yeah, we touched upon it like barely,
yeah,
but yeah,
but
I mean, yeah,
they announced he's doing like another at least trilogy, and that's not including whatever like Avengers movies and whatever else he's in.
the fourth movie, Spider-Man, lost my home. Spider-Man 5 refinanced my home. Somebody robbed
Spider-Man
my home.
6 homeless. Mary
Spider-Man,
Jane won't talk to me anymore. Ned
Spider-Man,
left me.
Spider-Man 7 is Home Alone. And then you get like the actor, and it's just a crossover. It'd be great. I'm just
Then he
saying, if
gets
they do it,
arrested. He's sent to a halfway home. Spider-Man halfway home.
do you think? Even though Venom's already established, do you think they'll ever do a Spider-Man? I don't know what the word for it, but just like when he has the dark suit because of the symbiote.
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's why I never believed like he was done, because like spoiler warnings for new Venom movie. Like the after credit scene where like he sees him, so like they're gonna have an interaction eventually. They wouldn't just set that up and be like, all right, see you later, Tom Holland. Back to Tobey Maguire.
So, I guess. Well, I want to end a little note here that I'm not saying no one should get the Series S. I'm sure it appeals to some market, especially if a 2K modder. But I personally think you should hold out for the Series X. I'm just saying.
Mhm.
That's just me. And also I'm surprised they got so many out there, like compared to the Series X.
Right. That's like I feel like when they do like PlayStation restocks, I like never see the digital only versions, but like Xbox seems to just like split it like 60-40, like do more digital than Series X.
Yeah, because the problem is the semiconductor chips. But if they both have the same or more or less the same chip, that I would just assume you'd want to sell or you maybe they must know more, because maybe they're like
Right.
people will just find the $300 price tag more attractive,
Right.
or is it 500? It's like the premium. So speaking of premium, that's right. It's a segue. Halo Infinite. The console players, including I, are basically asking for the ability to turn off crossplay because PC cheaters are PC cheaters.
Yeah. It's great.
I can't look. I know there's gonna be cheaters everywhere, but like Halo is like the bastion of gaming. Can't we
Right.
leave it alone?
Go cheat in Warzone, go cheat in Battlefield, go cheat in Fortnite, Counter-Strike Go, Animal Royale, go cheat everywhere else. Just leave Halo alone.
Leave it alone. Leave it alone. You can cheat. If you're gonna cheat, do it in Battlefield. Everyone's gonna just think it's a glitch, like just
Right.
a bug. Oh, the person shot a rocket launcher out of his machine gun. Yeah, it's probably just a bug.
Yeah, he probably just had it out and we didn't see it.
Yeah, so I mean, there's just like more and more recordings, basically, of console players seeing PC players cheat, where like they're able to detect that they're looking through the wall and stuff like that.
God.
And it's just it's depressing, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there should be a wake up to 343 and say, hey, look, we need a better anti cheat system.
Right.
But
I'm sure they'll implement one, or at least just like a toggle to turn off crossplay.
I feel like to them it's like just always losing battle, because no matter what anti cheat software you put into your game, even if it's the best of the best, once someone cracks it, everyone has it.
Yeah.
Everyone who wants it has it. So it's like you'd have to like it must be so difficult for anti cheat software to actually be a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So crossplay. I mean, like crossplay definitely adds, like playability to a game, but I don't think this game was gonna have. Well, not maybe playability is not the right word. Like a player base, like because a game can die on one console but thrive in another, but crossplay, makes it all even. The problem here is that when crossplay it ruins it.
Never had that problem. Yeah,
yeah, they just never had that problem. I mean, maybe Halo 5, because that was a intense garbage fire, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh,
Plus, we had
you know,
Master Chief Collection to fall back on, still
right, right.
serving us.
I didn't put the article up, but uh, I didn't realize this, but 2 weeks ago they literally said that they have no plans to come out with another Halo for this decade.
I
They're
I saw
purely
that.
focusing on this.
Yeah,
That's
it
insane.
sounds like a great idea, honestly. Like I kind of wish Infinite was just part of Master Chief Collection, and that was just like all Halo everything. Like even if you charge me $60 to like have the Halo Infinite portion, I'd be okay with that. As long as it was like all one thing.
I can agree with that. I'd like, yeah, that would have made sense. I like that. And then instead, like the Master Chief like collection, just be like the Master Chief experience, like just literally,
Right.
because all Halo games are made, yeah. Besides like the spinoffs are all Master Chief, but Chris Lee quote said, "Halo Infinite is the start of our platform for the future. We want Infinite to grow over time versus going to those numbered titles and having all that segmentation that we had before. It's really about creating Halo Infinite as the start of the next 10 years for Halo, and then building that as we go with our fans and community." Um, I mean, they must have an insane and like long term plan for this
Yeah.
game. If 10 years, I mean, like that's quite the amount of time. I mean,
Oh
but
yeah.
to be fair, Rainbow Six Siege basically said the same thing, but except it's more infinite. They're like, oh, we literally don't have plans for any sequel. We're just gonna keep supporting this like forever.
Yeah. And honestly, more games need to do that. Like I have no problem buying a season pass every couple of months for $25 instead of buying a new game like every year, every 2 years, whatever.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's still surprising because like it's hard to put it, but it's like Halo never really felt like a super competitive game. You
Yeah.
know, it's more like you pick up, and you just have fun, and like you can. There's gonna be ranked mode. Don't get me wrong, but like I never worry about my ranking for like a Halo game, and if they keep supporting it, I'd imagine they're gonna add like it's gonna become a huge game. Like maybe they'll add battle royale in the future. You know, like if
Right.
they got 10 years, Halo Infinite. I guess they're really literally playing on the term, but that also means we're not getting like an ending to the series for 10 years
Right.
unless they're
Oh,
also talking about game like story elements too.
right. Like doing DLC and stuff for the story.
Right. Which I mean, I guess works. I don't know how I feel about buying purely story expansion when like uh, but at the same time it's 10 years. Like I can't imagine
Right.
this is the game that ends the saga. I just nothing is alluded to it. Nothing is showed Cortana. Like obviously I guess at this point the end is really like ending Cortana.
Right.
Yeah.
That's like
So
Chief's end, I guess.
right. So I just don't based on what I've seen so far, I don't see this being as the Cortana ender.
No.
And right.
I think she's just like I feel like she's just the big bad now. Like I don't think we're gonna kill her. I think she's like hiring these like what were they, the like brute champions or whatever, and that's who we're fighting for the most part.
We're fighting the banished. They were in Halo 2 campaign. You like discovered them,
Right.
and this is like a subsection of the banished who apparently just like wiped out like a lot of Marines in the area. But yeah, which it's cool. But I can't even think like how do you make a story expansion like that's like would you just add like would you just go further along the Halo ring that we're on? Because we don't because
I
I'm just theory crafting here, but like it almost every Halo game, almost every Halo game except for like five, I imagine, like a Halo ring destroys itself,
right.
right? So if this in Infinite, if a Halo ring destroys itself, then you can't really make DLC on that
Yeah.
Halo ring. But like if you make DLC on a whole new area, it's got to be big enough to support it. Like like it
Right.
like an
Which they
actual
might be
area
able to
expansion.
do with the open world aspect now. Just add giant new areas and new story
Right.
elements to that.
True, true. But I mean, or I mean, I guess it'd be supported by the battle passes. I don't know. But I also don't think they're going to charge for story expansions. I think that
It's just gonna be
maybe
free.
yeah, that's the only way I can plausibly see it. Because if they're already charging for battle passes, which would support this anyway, then and actually, I'm sorry, just to backtrack for a second. I don't know how they're going to do battle passes for 10 years because there's like three Halo games basically you could really base battle passes off, which is 1, 2,
Oh
and
yeah.
3. But like you can't like at that point after that they're making stuff up,
Right.
which is what it is. But what like I mean, what do you think their ultimate goal is then?
Uh, Maybe it's just for the online. Like this is just the end all be all for online, and then they only release like single player games. But like, I feel like that
Well,
doesn't make
they
any
don't they don't
sense.
yeah they don't want to release any more like they literally just said it in there.
Games,
They don't
right?
yeah don't want to release any more Halo, like even like just games. I mean, maybe they're just trying to take a page out of Bungie's playbook since Bungie
That
comes
oh,
up.
that's what I was thinking. Yeah, is maybe it's becoming like Destiny, but like minus the um like online capabilities and stuff for the single player, obviously. But like Destiny adds like whole planets, and they have like their own story bits and areas and stuff like that. So maybe we're gonna end up doing that where it's like they add an
Different Halo
expansion.
rings.
It's a whole new Halo ring, and that has its own story and areas and stuff like that. I could see it being like that. Like that would be cool.
I think that's like the only way they could do it too, because I mean, Halo is literally the point of Halo, but
Right.
um, they, I don't think they can live off of at least for Halo purely 10 years of purely online content when the story isn't resolved. And mind you, we're speculating that the story isn't resolved, but at least with Halo Infinite. But I imagine that's like the point, like that it just they're just going to keep on supporting and supporting it
Right.
literally every possible way, making Infinite like a weird play on words.
Right.
Which I mean, if it works, it works. I'm cool with like going back for battle passes. It's nice to take a break once in a while.
Yeah.
I just want to emote for teabagging, like classic. Or like so they have I mean I want them to add like the kill animations for like backstabs. I want
Right.
one where like you beat that, like it's an animation you like bash on the back and then like you just do like rapid teabags. That's my dream. The like just like as a flashback to Halo 3.
I want it where you just like punch them in the back and they do the old fall animation where their arms are just like flailing around. But like not even like a big fall, just like you hit them and they just like fall an inch and it does it. Oh, that'd be so great.
And another thing I was thinking about this, they could add like a huge cool mode like every year or so. Like they could bring back fire team, I think it was called. Where was it? Fire team, where it was a horde mode
From
basically.
Halo 4. Yeah.
No, it's Halo Reach.
Was it Reach?
Don't you
Yeah, yeah.
don't
It was Reach.
don't you give Halo
No,
4 credit for a Halo
no,
Reach
no,
thing?
no, no,
Don't you dare
no,
do
no,
it. How I'm about to get up and get if you but like I'd love to see that come back. I'd love to see the flood come back in some way. I don't know. I'm like, I guess the possibilities are endless if they're going to keep supporting it.
Right.
I imagine Microsoft greenlit the idea because like they're like we don't want to go through another Halo Infinite like insane development cycle again.
Right. Now
So
that they have all these studios, they could, you know, it's not down to just Halo, Forza, and that's pretty much it. You know, now they
oh
have
yeah,
so many studios where they can make a different game every year and not have to worry about pushing out Halos or whatever.
oh there was oh actually it's in one of our articles I believe. Where is it? Hold on a second. Come on
Another
before
Skyrim version?
Oh,
Yes.
here we go. I mean, not that I really don't want to talk about this anymore, but the Saints Row 5 art director left and went to State of Decay 3.
Ooh,
And I
nice.
think that, like, I was thinking about it, and that's such a genius move for him because State of Decay 3 is like, well, it's owned by Xbox, right? But more importantly, it's just on Game Pass. So, like, funding's probably never a problem. And they're
Yeah.
probably, I imagine Xbox is like, it seems like they're approaching everything with, like, okay, let's relax. Like, we'll release it when we will release it. Like, no need to rush it.
Right. There's no like
I
crunch with Xbox, it seems, which is
yeah,
nice.
exactly, yeah. Because I assume that like that's how Game Pass is helping them like stay afloat, or at least like financial. Like like they lose some money because the game isn't out yet, but at the same time, there's still the constant flow
Right.
from Game Pass. So I mean, I think Saints Row 5, if that's what it's going to be called, it's going to be poo poo garbage. But that's just me. I think Saints Row should just die.
It should have stopped after like 3. That's it.
Yeah, it had like the Dead Rising treatment where it just got wackier and worse progressively. God, I miss Dead Rising. I would kill for a remake of 1. I kind of want to play 4 only because I didn't play it at all, and it's just terrible. Like I want to see how bad, like how funny bad it is. It's like you actually know it's so bad. Let's see. Apparently the I don't see the studio name, but apparently the Xbox Game Studio has grown significantly since the release of State of K 2 to prepare for State of K 3. Now at about 100 employees. So I mean, I'm not sure
Nice.
how really indie that is anymore, but we still have to go through State of K 2 as well.
Yeah.
We got a list. And now that we have a
Halo
list,
just takes up all the time.
Halo takes up all the time, and like we need to really like be not even be patient, but like be thankful that Gear 6 hasn't been announced yet. Because
God,
then we got like Gear 4 and 5.
So we have, 2 more Gears of War to play.
I totally forgot to put this on there too, but apparently Jeff Keighley, that's the Game
Keighley,
Awards host. Yeah, Keighley, thank you.
Guy.
Yeah. He apparently he alluded that there's gonna be a world premiere of a game that's been in development for 2.5 years, which is like the exact amount of time for Breath of the Wild 2.
Wow. Yeah. What?
So I mean,
way to give it away, Jeff. There's like 50 announcements for the Game Awards apparently, so
when is
it'll be exciting.
That's this week.
Oh, it's next weekend, I think. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
it's next Thursday. That's right.
Oh, right. Yeah, it's ridiculous. I mean, at least they'll give us stuff to talk about the day after.
Yeah.
Perfect. Or sucker. So, I mean, what do you think that's it though? Do you think this will be the year, the Game Awards where Breath of the Wild 2 is announced?
I don't know. I still wholeheartedly believe Nintendo just hates Zelda. I think we'll see something about it, right? I don't think we'll get a release date though, which is going to be the hardest part.
I think they're gonna they're
say like fall 2022 or something.
I think they're gonna say
it's gonna be really disappointing, but
no, it's gonna be holiday season of next year.
Yeah,
there's almost no doubt in my mind because that's just how they resell the Switch.
Oh yeah, we should be getting a Nintendo Direct soon, right?
I think they're scraping the bottom of the barrel. Like, where's everyone? Where's everything? We ran out of stuff.
We're done. Arceus is the last game, and Ubisoft has a game in like May. That's it.
Smash is done. We refuse to support Mario Kart 8.
Mario Golf is done now.
Right.
Splatoon's squidding around doing something.
Are they even working on the game? Oh my god! I forgot.
They keep just cosplaying, and that's it.
They keep saying kid or squid. It's a whole turf war in the office. There's paint everywhere. But we didn't even talk about the biggest news so far, which DC Universe Online, the upgrade to PS5 and Xbox Series X, it's been delayed. I'm sorry, everyone. I know this is like the Last of Us 3 in terms of like how hyped up it is, but not until 2023. That's
sorry guys. Wait to play as Beast Boy, and
all those 10 players are rather disappointed.
Yeah.
Like that, dude. I didn't even know this was still going.
I thought the server shut down like years ago. I didn't know this game was still going.
And not to mention, it's also in the same article that the same studio is making a Marvel version MMO.
Wow. See, I'd probably play that, but from what I've seen of this game, it just doesn't look fun. I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, it's not even that, but like, okay, so if mm, they're making an MMO based on Marvel Universe, right? And they already have one on the DC Universe. Now, an MMO is a massive multiplayer online experience. What if you had both of them in the same game?
Whoa.
Whoa,
You can't
like,
just do that.
because I can't even imagine how much different it's going to be, except with Marvel characters, because it's all
Yeah,
about you
the
making
same exact
superpowers.
game, just with
Right,
Marvel
right.
characters.
Marvel's just better at making like cool, like non godlike powers.
Yeah.
As where DC just doesn't care. They're like, we'll just make aliens that will kill everything. That's
Right.
our. That's why. That's actually why I can't stand Superman. I think he's such a dumb character because his weakness is kryptonite. Okay, so like if you're literally any villain and you don't have a rock from a planet light years away, you don't win that fight. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. It's like
You're screwed.
it's like a hero or what at least in DC, it's like they're still human. Like they can still they like theoretically, like if the Flash didn't detect something, a bullet could kill him. You know,
Right.
versus Superman's just like nah.
Nah, I don't lose.
What's what, what's your favorite DC villain, or I guess or hero? I heard villain to Reverse Flash.
Probably like I always like Cyborg, but like I feel like I never really see him
Booyah!
do anything. Yeah.
He says
Other than
booyah.
like Teen Titans. Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it honestly probably just Teen Titans is my
Yeah.
favorite. Like Slade, Deathstroke in that was great.
All right, that's true.
All the characters were great in that. Yeah, probably just Teen Titans.
My favorite hero though is Old Man Batman. I love his like he just doesn't give a crap attitude. He's like, I'm done. I just like if I die, I die. Like I did everything I wanted to do. Okay. There's a lot of actually big juicy news, so we're gonna have to go a little bit of overtime here. But this is a bad year for Battlefield because Farming Simulator 22 has more players on Steam than Battlefield
Oof.
2042.
Come on,
But
EA.
the
You
real
gotta
question
see
is,
this.
where's the crossover event? Like what?
They're just gonna integrate it so the Battlefield and the Farming Simulator servers like mash together. So there's just some
Exactly.
kid like making his farm, and then like bombs start dropping onto his house.
Right, exactly.
I'm blowing up
Uh,
the silo. It's coming down.
I think it's the ultimate crossover event that no one asked for, but everyone wants.
Yeah, I don't see why not.
But not even to slight Battlefield in any way, but like Farming Simulator actually does like it always does well. It's like a sleeper hit every year, and it's just like it's like one of those popular simulation games.
Yeah,
You know,
it's crazy to me how well that game sells. I always thought it was like just like our area where we lived, but like no, it's everywhere.
man, imagine when they make the jump to VR. Then they can do
Oh my
farming in
god.
virtual reality. Where I don't know the name of it, but it's when they stick their hand up the cow's butt to clean it
Help
out.
to give birth or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, you can now do it in VR.
Wow, it's so real. And that's where you just start standing in front of your friend and you're
I
like,
can smell
yeah.
it. It's so real. I
Help
can
that
smell it.
cow.
Dude, I just want VR to get to a place where you can like start smelling things and like tasting. It smells like a cow. Oh no. Anyway, so yeah, farming simulator, which wait, oh okay. Yeah, farming
Should be
simulator
game of the
peaked
year.
it peaked at 94,000 players, basically 95.
That's
Battlefield's peak was
crazy.
52.
Yeah.
That's after initial spike initial 50,000. Similarly, yeah, so like that's nutty to me.
What's nutty to me is that Team Fortress 2 is still like that high on this leaderboard.
It's
People
just
still play
always
that? What?
yeah. Everyone still plays it. Wow, more
Get it.
people are playing than more people are playing that than Dota 2. That's actually like really bad for Dota
Yeah.
2. That's like really bad. Mm. Wow, I mean it's great to see Halo Infinite's at 100 and basically 18,000. That's nuts.
Keep it going.
I keep it going. Apex is super high up. Wow. What is MIR for?
I don't
Do you?
know.
Am I?
New World's still pretty high up, which is surprising. I thought
I
everybody
don't,
kind of stopped playing that.
I didn't see New World on here.
It's
Wait.
number 3.
Oh, right. Duh. I did, but hold on. We're missing the biggest point. Is that Skyrim Special Edition is
Is on the
48,000 people.
list. It's on the list. People are playing again. Anniversary Pack really revived that game.
Dude,
Todd Howard, are you out there? Do you see this? You should make the Skyrim Todd Howard launcher that just launches Skyrim like 60 times on the screen. And it's just like, ba-da-ba, ba-da-ba. And then it's just like, oh, you're awake over and over again.
The launcher itself is like a picture of Todd Howard's face.
Yeah, you just click on his face. It's like, I see you on Skyrim, eh?
Yeah, it just has some kind of Skyrim quip every time. Like, did you buy Skyrim yet? I guess with all the popularity, I imagine they're gonna come out with Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition Steam Edition.
Yes. Oh my god, it's genius. No, they have to launch it on the Epic Games Store, right? It's not on there. That's the unclaimed territory of the world.
No, that can't be right. There's no place that has not been explored by Skyrim.
That isn't safe from the rain. The
right.
tyrannical rain of Skyrim.
It's literally on Alexa's. It has to be on Epic. Like, that's not even a satire. It's literally...
No one is safe from Todd Howard's reign. He's taking over. Next is the moon, dude. He's teaming up with Elon Musk to blast Skyrim to space.
And I think, and while you're in the rocket pod, here's Skyrim.
He's gonna build a giant projector so he can play it off of the moon.
He's a madman. He will never die until Skyrim is everywhere.
I wholeheartedly believe, right, that they were making Elder Scrolls 6, right? They designed a whole new system for it, and Todd Howard just like ran in the room and was like, "Wait, what if we just use this new system for Skyrim?" Yes, bravo, Todd, and they all got up and clapped.
I picture more like wait, what is this? Like this Elder Scrolls 6? Like, can you make it Skyrim?
Can you add a dragon right there? All right, thanks. All right, can you name it Alduin? Yeah. All right. Can you scream Fus Rodad? All right, perfect. Release this game,
sir. This is Skyrim. Dude, oh god, he's a madman. He just that's the biggest news. We were totally talking about Battlefield and Simulator, but that's the real hero. That Skyrim is doing better than Battle. There are more people in Skyrim listening to Todd.
Oh my god, no! It's so bad. How can they let this happen?
EA, you need to turn this around.
You need
a literal 10 to 15-year-old game is beating you right now.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Oh my god. That's just, mind you, and this is just Steam charts. That's not including consoles and Switch.
Right?
So it's like
Skyrim is everywhere.
I figure like you just like you put toast in your toaster. Like, have you played Skyrim yet? What?
It's going on those like Samsung TV fridges.
Oh my god. Well, I guess I was gonna say the moral of this is that don't release a buggy game, but I guess the real story is keep releasing Skyrim. You know what they say? Don't fix what ain't broken. I guess their motto is more like keep releasing what's always been broken.
Right.
This is like a battle of broken games. Like Skyrim is still broken, and
but better.
Right.
It's the better broken game.
We added more tape edition.
We added fishing. There's 6 new fish.
The sad part is I actually like that edition. I just wish there was more.
It sold me on it. I bought the expansion. I bought it to go fishing. I'm so mad.
I've been like I'm trying not to save scum, so I'm just like I save before like a dungeon and then I refuse to save inside.
Right.
because I just to make it more challenging for myself. But yeah, I need the fish. That's next on my list. So yeah, we're actually sponsored by Skyrim Special Edition. So
That's right. This is becoming the official Skyrim podcast. Thank you.
that'd be like a great April Fool that we like just change the name of the podcast.
Todd Howard's podcast, brought to you by Skyrim.
Todd Howard Appreciation Club. All he's done for us. Whew, okay, we got a few more. Let's just. This is a fun time. Excuse me, we're professional here. Call of Duty Warzone. I guess this is really a short list, but they want to add larger block lists due to hackers. I mean, that's understandable. Like, yeah. I mean, really, Call of Duty.
At least they're trying, but right, it's just it's a non-winning battle for them.
But I mean, they're also completely like they're having a completely new anti-cheat software on. It's this week, I think, December 3rd, when when Warzone Pacific comes out.
Oh, okay.
Right. So I mean, but I'm sure that'll only last for like 100 days or something. Like it's not going to be know. And then apparently the block list is 200.
That's like nothing.
Yeah, that's nothing. You know, it's not nothing though. The Skyrim player base.
That's right. Elder Scrolls V Skyrim. You can fight dragons. You can fish. You can create Todd Howard.
Howard. Skyrim's actually the tale of how Todd Howard became the head of Bethesda.
Yes.
It's just like a story device of like everything's like actually a metaphor for what happened at work.
Right. He
like the Stormcloaks
Brotherhood. He fought some dragons. He assassinated some people.
A lot of people died at Bethesda before he got to where he was. Anyway, so Majora's Mask. Apparently, a new secret has been discovered after 20 years, and more or less, it's if you like, depending on what your name is, it randomizes the stars in the sky, which is kind of cool. I mean, that's like, cool. I mean, like, I'm surprised anyone figured that out. I would never have like looked up every game and just be like, huh, the stars look a little different.
Right. How would you even notice that? Like,
yeah, I don't know.
You have to be playing that like nonstop and just be like, wait, that story wasn't there before.
I imagine the fast way would be like emulator and just always be skipping times. But even then, it'd be hard to. It'd be because there's so many stars in the game in the sky. It must be hard to like differentiate. Well, either way, good for them. I'm glad we found another glitch. That's another one of the books. It's no Skyrim, but it's something. I thought this was kind of interesting. First of all, I didn't know there's another BioShock in development. Did you know that?
Yeah, they announced it a while ago that they were finally working on a new one, but that was it. They never talked about it again.
Yeah, apparently there's some speculation / like leaks that there's going to be 2 different cities, which, I mean, I don't know. I mean, they already went underground. They went above ground. What's next? Heaven? Space? Like, I don't,
we keep going higher and higher
until you can't breathe. So I mean, yeah, I thought the franchise was done, but I guess not.
I guess they want to keep it going. Yeah.
Did BioShock Infinite do well?
I loved Infinite. BioShock Infinite's probably one of my like top 5 favorite games like ever.
Really?
It was so much fun.
Mine has to be Skyrim 5.
Right. Skyrim for the 360. Hold on, 360. Skyrim Legendary Edition for the 360. Skyrim Special Edition for the PS4. Skyrim Special Edition for the PS5 upgrade. And then Skyrim Anniversary Edition for the PS5, also PS4. Thank you.
Really? I mean, the Alexa version isn't on there? Wow, you're not a real fan.
I know. I gotta. Alexa, remind me to play Skyrim. Where are you? Come down. Stop hiding. Push road down.
Play Skyrim for me. So, I mean, good for them, I guess. I mean, how do I put it? This, whether it's good news or bad news, I mean, at least it shows that they're making progress. I mean, it's been years. I imagine it's going to be huge then if it's been like continual like work being done on it.
Oh yeah.
Apparently, it's being developed by Irrational Game vets and people who worked on Watch Dogs Legion, Shadow Tomb Raider, Mafia 3, Deus Ex, MD. I don't Mankind Divided, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, Apparently, they're planning on announcing something in the first quarter of 2022.
Good for them. I mean,
Who
it'd be
Xbox
nice, I
doesn't
guess.
Xbox doesn't own Irrational Games, right?
No,
They're just like
I,
indie, I
I
guess.
think
I mean,
they're.
like
I think it's published by 2K.
right.
I don't think they own them, but 2K basically funds it for them.
And then last but not least, after all the Skyrim talk, some madman, some hero of the people has been collecting thousands of copies of Sneak King for the
What a
360,
hero!
the
Oh,
Burger King stealth game.
Sneak King was amazing. I have
I
all
had a good
5
time.
achievements in that game.
I,
It's so great.
I don't want to say I got every trophy, but those fun. Dude,
I
if
am
you
a completionist. Yes, thank you.
dude, if you scroll down in the article, it shows you all of his copies.
Yeah. Oh,
That this reminds
does
me
he
of the
just
scene of
leave them out like that? Like what?
I think he wakes up in the middle of the night and just like caresses them. He's like, "It's gonna be okay."
I have to count them. Someone stole something. I need to know.
And then he's
Honey,
just like
go get me
in
Sneak
the
King.
corner of the Burger King. He's just like hiding. Just it, like this reminds me of the scene from Breaking Bad where like he just jumps on the pile of money. Like
Oh,
in
yeah.
this case, it's the
It's
Sneak
Sneak
King.
King.
Like it doesn't say he just wanted to collect them, I guess.
Yeah, this was just his. He woke up one day and was like, I will be the man who owns all the Sneak King copies.
Apparently, he speculates it's cost him at around tens of thousands of dollars.
What?
Like, it's like
Sneak King was like A, free when you bought like a kid's meal or something, and B, was never more than $1.50 at like GameStop. Like what?
honey, can we please pay for food this week? Sorry, babe, I got 10 Sneak
Sorry,
Kings
babe, you
on
gotta
order.
sneak them out of me.
Like this is someone who is obsessed. This is it's
Good for
50 copies per tower. 5 10 sorry, 100, 200, 300, 400, 600, 12, 18, 24, 25, 26. About he has about based on my counting 2,700 copies.
Wow. How many copies of that game do you think they made? Like, does he own a
2,700.
majority stake in Sneak King now?
20. So it says here that it was ultimately available to purchase at Burger King restaurants for $4 with any value meal.
I need to find one. So if he ever tries to complete his collection, he has to owe me like $1 million for the last copy of Sneak King.
Yeah, you gotta play him like a chump. Though. I'd be like, "Oh, you want Sneak King? Okay, I'll have $1." It's like, "Oh, deal." It's like, you know what? I changed my mind. I'm thinking $1 million.
Yeah.
For the last copy of Sneak King.
Yeah.
Sneak King. You knew? Oh, I knew. All right.
I knew you wanted this.
Or just break into his house and steal one copy and just like set him off. It's like, this is like I kind of want like a bull in a china shop situation where he just gets really mad and just starts like flailing all his copies around.
And then he just gives them away for Halloween one year or something.
And the worst part, which is probably good news for him, is that Sneak King isn't coming to backwards compatibility at all for the Xbox Series X or whatever. Yeah, nice. So you had to have an Xbox or you have to have an Xbox 360.
This poor guy.
It's fine. Well, I beat this copy. Time to beat the next, and the next, and the next one.
My God.
Like but he doesn't even explain why. Like he doesn't say to own all of them, to like to sell it, to like have every copy of a game. He just like
says I have 2,700 copies of Sneak King.
I want to be like this, but for Skyrim.
Yeah. I'll own every single copy ever.
You get them all. You get a knock on the door. Hello, it's me, Todd. Todd?
What are you doing here? You forgot this copy. My personal collection.
What is this? It's Kissed by Me.
Signed, kissed, and now yours.
And then like Todd. his spirit like infuses into the disc.
You put it in the opening sequence where the guy's like, you're awake. It's just Todd Howard. You're playing.
It's good to be.
Thank you.
I can finally be at ease. I was trapped in the mortal realm.
You've done it. You've collected all the pieces of my soul and put them together.
All right, so that was the show, guys. Again, we've got we got big stuff planned, especially for this weekend and basically forever after. Check it out, and until then, check us out on every podcast made available.
Get it to number 1 on that player count.
I know. Right? I'll be playing.
End of 2021 goal. Skyrim number 1 on Steam. All right, let's do it.
Apple Podcast, Spotify, literally anywhere there's podcasts.
Everywhere.
We'll talk about. We have an update on Twitch on this weekend.
Places,
places. Have a good one, guys.